Should we talk about NXT?
I think so.
I mean, I don't know why we should talk about NXT. It's not like NXT has a robot in and out of commercial breaks on a wrestling show. Raw gets a robot, the Raw bot.
Yeah.
Why don't we get one?
We've got the
Izzy.
We've got Izzy. Yeah.
Hanging around the CWC. I guess so. Let's talk about NXT.
We've got the car park as well.
Yeah, that's a whole roster member of itself. NXT from Tuesday, July 27th. Happy birthday, Papa Triple H. Papa Paul. We start off with a recap of Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross, William Regal. No Jeff Hardy. So Joe is pissed because Kross took out William Regal last week at the end of the show. And just stating that this week and next week are both airing on Sci-Fi instead due to the Olympics and all that stuff. So these were also pre-taped, which I use Twitter every day. I didn't purposely seek out stuff. I didn't read anything. I didn't see anything because you know what it says in our opening theme song. I don't read ahead. So I actually had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah, all I knew was this match was reported, the Kross Joe match. That was the only thing I heard, but there were some other big things that happened on this show that I'm surprised I didn't hear, because I am someone who tends to try to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
But similarly to you, I haven't really tried with this and not seen anything really.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. I've been kind of down on NXT just because of, they kind of told us it doesn't matter. So I've been like, hey, I'm going to try to be nice. And you know what? Right off the bat, this show definitely got my interest still. It's been a solid product for the past little while. So it is unfortunate that it gets... You see, I watch AEW, and if you watch Impact and stuff, everyone's trying to help everyone. But a company that owns their own show is not helping themselves. It's really weird.
It's weird, but then I can see from like main roster point of view that if we've got a different idea for someone, they're not going to basically honor the continuity. And if you think back, that's always been the case with NXT. It's just because over the last couple of years, they've made us think it's more than developmental now. It's this third brand. They've very much gone back on their tune. But think, the NXT we're watching right now, Big E is the big babyface champion as he's...
In 2013.
In 2013, as he's teaming with Dolph Ziggler as this big heel going up against Bryan and Kane at Mania. And no mention of his title, and he's playing a completely different character. This has happened before. It sucks because we're invested in NXT, and it should be so easy to make it this, I guess, like this multiverse, like with this NXT being part of it, and it's not. So it's disappointing watching NXT, but I'm just trying to watch it in its own bubble, like I used to. It didn't really bother me years ago when they did this, so I'm trying not to let it now. And I think the show has been very solid for the last 6 months.
Yeah, no, it has been. Honestly, everything's been great. Even the stuff we've been critiquing has been Karrion Kross, the champion, but they've been selling us on the matches. They've been having solid main events, and then he just loses on Raw, and it definitely puts a damper on everyone. And I, people's the snickering of, oh, this show's taking a dive. No wonder I don't watch it. Yada yada yada. But I know a lot of people do not watch this show. I mean, that's why we do the podcast. We watch it so you don't have to and all that stuff. But I feel like a lot of people go, oh, I don't watch NXT since the AEW, the Wednesdays. But since it moved, it's like, well, check it out. Because the wrestling is usually pretty solid. And it's the people who literally do not watch that go, oh, it sucks.
Yeah. So
there is definitely a disconnect. It's like me in that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. It's like, I say it sucks, but I've never actually watched it. I put it on for 5 minutes and went, oh, can't do it. Do I have the right to say the Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds sucks? Maybe I gotta watch it.
But again, this is kind of going back to those old days of NXT, network NXT, where no one watched the TV.
Right.
But very little people watched the TV and then would tune in for the takeovers and be blown away. But then I remember doing the show before USA when you'd be going like, look, you should watch this match. This person's really good right now. But certain people you wouldn't see on, because you've only got the 5-match formula. You don't see really.
It's true. Yeah. The TV's, there's always hit and miss, but just lately it has been pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ciampa. We're in a dampened mood, but they're gonna continue to put on a solid show, and it starts with Timothy Thatcher, Tommaso Ciampa, going up against the team of Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan. This is the tag team match that determines who the badasses are, because all four of these guys are mean and tough, and they're going to fight each other. The only problem was I wish this was the tornado style again.
Me too.
I was expecting them to quickly be like, no, wait.
Especially when they said a scrap. We're going to have a scrap. It was a bit of a classic tag match.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a tag match, and that's okay. All four guys are super aggressive. Commentary is like, they won't stop staring at each other and wanting to hurt each other. Pete and Thatcher are getting very technical, countering everything. Pete goes into this flying triangle that is then transitioned but countered into a single leg crab from Thatcher. If Pete watched Thatcher's School of Hard Knocks videos that he used to do, he may have known how to get out of this quicker. Because remember, that was one of the things he kept talking about, the single leg crab. Ciampa finally gets in and he starts putting Pete in other submissions. There's then the double clubs from the Tim and Tom. I guess that's what we call them. As they go to commercial break. When we come back, Thatcher slaps Oney, which ignites him to slap him back. And it's a slap fight between each other. And Oney gets him good. And Thatcher, you can just hear him going, "You mother," as he gets slapped in the face again. Slap him up. Pete Dunne and Ciampa both hot tag as they try to fight each other, but Ciampa does his running clothesline train back and forth, probably like 15 clotheslines.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, he's taking out Pete, he's taking out Oney, back and forth.
And this time, normally when you have these, this like back and forth elbows or whatever, they're on opposite corners, so they're just running from one to the other. Here they were on the same side, so Ciampa's bouncing against the rope each time to change direction.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I love when he keeps going.
Cardio's very good.
Yeah. There's a Fujiwara armbar, and he's doing this on Pete, but Oney pulls Pete out of it. But then Thatcher on the outside puts Oney in an ankle lock, which is a great visual. It looks as if Ciampa breaks the Fujiwara and then puts Pete Dunne in the Gargano escape.
Yeah, not much attention was brought to it.
Yeah, well, the attention comes as on the outside, Thatcher beating up on Oney is attacked, when the ref doesn't see, by a returning Ridge Holland. Yeah, remember him? He attacks Thatcher, but this just kind of distracts Ciampa, who gets hit with the bitter end, kicks out at 2. Pete Dunne's pretty mad. Kicked out of my finish. So he hits it again and pins Ciampa, sorry. So Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan, with the help of Ridge Holland.
Fridge is back.
The fridge. Ridge Holland.
Pretty sure you were talking about him the other week, asking when he'll be back.
We knew. You could just
sense it.
Yeah. So Ridge Holland helps these guys win. He's back. He's in this group, if you remember. So a little recap is what he...
So Pat McAfee had hired him to take out Adam Cole. And then... So he took out Adam Cole. And then he had a match with Oney Lorcan... And Danny, where his knees blew out.
Right.
So then in story, that's when McAfee revealed himself and said, well, I tried to pay Ridge Holland, and I thought, well, I might as well get the guy who took him out.
Right.
So got Danny and Oney and Pete.
Good thinking, Pat.
Yeah. So he's clearly under the book still. I'm like, I'll go on to these with these guys. He's forgiven Oney.
Yeah. I guess he's just joining with them. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So he's joined them. But overall...
I like it. Freshens them up a bit. Yeah. I think Ridge Holland showed some interesting things when we saw him before, but never really got much of a chance to get going. So be interesting to see how he is. He's impressive to look at. And later when we hear from him, I thought he sounded pretty good. He's menacing.
Yeah, he's big. He's like a fridge. That
Ridge Holland.
So more stables and factions continuing here, but that's okay. I like that in wrestling. But overall, a pretty good match as well. I like Thatcher and Ciampa. They're super like aggressive and just mean, and it fit with Pete and Oney.
Yeah, all of these guys are up for a scrap, aren't they? And that's what we got. I would have preferred the more like no DQ or tornado or whatever, but there was some really good stuff here, and they all seem to be up for a bit of a fight.
Up for fighting around the world.
Yeah.
Fighting a pint is a hell of a night.
Absolutely.
Right? We go to a video for Carmelo Hayes he's in the breakout tournament. He has a match later.
Did we say that afterwards Ridge just destroys these guys?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he beats the hell out of Thatcher.
He headbutts Ciampa, and then...
Yeah, they make Ciampa watch him beat up Timothy Thatcher, and...
he's just throwing him around.
No one saved them, though. Like, they need a third person.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Conspiracy had on. We need someone to help Ciampa and Thatcher. Who could be their third guy to help them? I mean, Ciampa did do the Gargano escape.
Oh, God, no. Keep them away from each other.
D.I. Way.
Ciampa's character now is...
Yeah.
I could not imagine partnering with Gargano's character now. They're so different.
But he was signaling him. He was signaling Johnny.
He
was tipping his hat to old Johnny boy. I like that.
What about returning Kona?
Kona with...
Yeah, these guys.
The mean sons of bitches and the finest.
I love it.
Yeah, that's not bad. Who else do we got? Who else is rugged? I don't know.
Jiro.
No, he's handsome. He's not rugged. You could be rugged handsome, though.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Yeah, I guess we'll have to think on who can help these guys. Because
Tim, Tom, and Bob.
Yeah.
Is there a Bob or something?
Bob does fit that. I was thinking Bob, but we don't know Bob. Yeah.
Bob.
A Rob? Maybe there's a Rob?
Rob.
We have a Robert?
Tim and Tom and...
Tim, Tom, and Odyssey Jones. I don't know. Gotta think of this, but D.I. What is it? D.I. Way.
D.I. Way?
Like the way?
Right.
The D.I. Way.
Oh, okay.
The D.I. Way.
The D.I. Way.
Sounds weird. Yeah. The D.I.Y.
The DUI would be another tag team.
That's on the other show.
Yeah.